Hello everybody and welcome to another Ukraine war update. I have not uploaded for a week or so and therefore there is a lot of footage I wanted to go through with you. Instead of putting everything in one excessively long video, I have decided to split it. Over the next few days, a number of updates on the Ukraine war will be posted. Once again, we have a significant amount of videos from both sides, which allows us to observe how this war is being fought currently on its front lines. Here we see a Russian EOD specialist jumping on what appears to be an anti-tank mine. Usually these mines are no problem for infantry since they require a lot of weight to be triggered. Russian minefields are currently still one of the biggest problems for Ukraine's counter-offensive, especially in the south, and here we see how Ukraine currently deals with the issue. In this particular clip, we can see a Ukrainian drone flying above a cluster of Russian TM62 anti-tank mines on a road. The drone drops a grenade on them, triggering an explosion that safely clears the area of the mines. Using unmanned systems, such as drones, is one of the preferred methods for dealing with mines. Dropping grenades from drones proves to be effective when dealing with clearly exposed concentrations of mines like in this video. However, this approach begins to face challenges when the mines are buried or scattered over a larger area. For dealing with such situations, specialized demining equipment is required, as depicted here. The small pops you see are most likely anti-personnel mines being triggered. The issue here is that the availability of this equipment is quite limited, making it a preferred target. Additionally, the cleared pathway for following forces is constrained to the lane created by the vehicle, severely limiting maneuverability. This Russian drone video from Novodarovka highlights the challenges that Ukrainian troops face due to this situation, particularly when combined with artillery and other weapon systems. It becomes nearly impossible to freely disperse and spread out effectively under fire, rendering the elements a mostly static target that is easy to engage. This creates a dilemma for the attacking force, as every attempt to break out of the tightly grouped formation comes with a very high risk, while remaining stationary is also exceedingly dangerous. These scenes demonstrate the significance of successful demining operations, as showcased in the previous two clips. Unfortunately, Ukraine's capabilities are greatly limited in this regard, both in terms of numbers and the fact that Russian troops had ample time to prepare their positions against Ukrainian attacks. The mine-resistant ambush-protected vehicles you see here, used by the Ukrainians, are specifically designed with the crew's survivability in mind. This is actually a small glimmer of hope, since a lot of soldiers should have been able to leave the scene. I also believe that one of the reasons for the close and tight spacing between the vehicles is the need to quickly evacuate the crews and mounted troops from disabled vehicles. Anti-personnel mines are often positioned between anti-tank mines, making it extremely hazardous for infantry to navigate through such areas. As a result, the tight formation becomes a necessity rather than a poorly executed approach. Another big problem that comes with static units stuck in minefields is the fact that they become easy targets for anti-tank guided missiles. Here we see a Ukrainian MRAP being hit by such a system. My guess is that at least some of the vehicles have already been abandoned. These anti-tank teams often operate from highly mobile small vehicles to avoid being static themselves, what makes it harder to suppress them. Early detection of such teams through good reconnaissance is essential here. A similar video from the Zaporizja region shows a Russian anti-tank team engaging a pair of Leopard 2 tanks. In total, the tank appears to have been hit with 2 missiles, but remained operational. The Russians claim to have destroyed it, but that is most likely not the case. Based on the tank's shape and survivability, I think that this was a Leopard 2A6 variant. Interesting to see that it seems the tank can withstand direct anti-tank guided missile hits, despite the fact that many people anticipated their turrets would fly off after the hits like the Turkish A4 variants in Syria. The tank even deployed smoke after the second hit to conceal it from further attacks. Also, there is no visual confirmation of the destruction. Do not get me wrong here, the Leopard 2 is not indestructible, but here I think it performed very well and saved the crew even if it got damaged. Thank you for watching so far and I hope you will stick with me through the whole video. I am very eager to hear your feedback on my approach in covering this conflict. I try to keep the reporting as balanced and unbiased as possible. Let me know through a like and comment what you think. Also make sure to share this video. This really helps this channel to reach more people. The more you watch, comment, like and share, the more it will be shown to other viewers, helping them to get an insight into this conflict. If you are new to this channel, you are invited to subscribe and hit the bell. It is totally free and you will not miss any further updates. What you see here now is a very rare helmet cam video, and even the first timer I believe. This video shows a member of Russian Special Forces using a VSS Vintorez in a firefight with Ukrainian troops in a wooded area. I strongly believe that this is the first time we see a helmet cam video of this rifle being used in such a situation. The VSS is a Soviet-designed special sniper rifle featuring an integral suppressor that is firing 9x39mm subsonic ammunition. Interestingly, the magazine capacity of the VSS is limited to 10 rounds, making it not the ideal weapon for such direct force-on-force engagements. As you can imagine, it is pretty hard to gain fire superiority if you have to reload the weapon after every 10 shots. However, for ambushes this rifle can be quite useful since it is actually pretty quiet due to its suppressor and ammo. Subsonic ammunitions are designed to operate at velocities below the speed of sound, what avoids the supersonic shockwave or crack of a supersonic bullet. In combination with suppressors, this influences the loudness of the shot, making it harder to determine where the shots were fired from on the receiving end. However, since subsonic ammunition usually uses heavier bullets to retain as much energy as possible at the lower velocities, the effective range is limited. The VSS mostly comes with a PS011 telescopic sight and is mostly used at distances of under 400 meters. The bullets are effective at penetrating body armor. For this purpose they are equipped with a hardened steel or a tungsten tip. While I said that it is mostly used at ranges under 400 meters, a standard army helmet can still be fully penetrated at 500 meters. According to the source of the video, this was filmed by Russian paratroopers in the area of Kremenna. What is with you? Did you ever saw this rifle in action? As far as I can remember, there were many pictures of captured VSS rifles in Ukraine, but never a video of one actually being used before. Here we see a Ukrainian Bradley M2 infantry fighting vehicle targeting Russian forces with one of its anti-tank guided missiles. The video is filmed from the inside of the vehicle as the screen of the operator is recorded. It appears that the target that is giving us a heat signature is destroyed, even if I do not know what it was. Russia has claimed that already a number of Bradleys was destroyed or got disabled on the southern front, but all in all it looks like the vehicle is not performing as bad as claimed by the Russians. This helmet cam video filmed by a Ukrainian machine gunner, for example, shows a Bradley providing fire support with its 25mm cannon for a group of Ukrainian soldiers in a trench. From their behavior it strongly looks like they had the fire superiority here thanks to the Bradley. They are very calm and do not seem to expect any Russian attempts to maneuver on them due to the firepower of the supporting IFV. The 25mm Bushmaster cannon of the Bradley is a pretty good asset for such situations, especially when dealing with infantry or light-skinned vehicles. Still, we should keep in mind that same like with the Leopard 2, the Bradley is also not invincible. Here we see a Bradley being taken out by a number of weapon systems, what however also speaks for it. First, the Bradley gets hit by what has been reported to have been an anti-tank guided missile. After that, the already abandoned vehicle gets targeted by 2 drone drop grenades that do not seem to have much effect either. In the end, a Russian FPV kamikaze drone tries it and the video ends. Same like with the MRAPs from before, the Bradley is also designed for survivability, and I think that this video shows pretty well how even an abandoned Bradley can keep the Russians busy for quite some time. The Russians claim to have captured this Bradley, but nothing except a picture of a Russian soldier in its vicinity has been shown, what honestly does not count as proof. You might remember this DIY multi-rifle platform I mentioned last video. Well, it seems they now have released footage of it being tested. They even fired at drones with it, but it seems they did not hit them. I already said it could be hard to aim with this, but I still think it would be possible to take down drones with this approach. Necessity is the mother of invention, and I think they will keep trying to figure out more ways to counter drones. In the last video showing this system, a lot of people asked why they do not use shotguns for this purpose. Well, they actually do. There is a video on my channel filmed with a helmet camera showing exactly this with a reported Lancet drone. I link it in the description for the ones interested who missed it. You always should make sure to hit the bell and enable all notifications for this channel so you do not miss such uploads. It's good for you guys, good for me, and also good for everyone. Seems like besides this DIY rifle platform there was also a DP machine gun being used. This leads me to believe that these are territorial defense forces with limited equipment. Here on the left you see the DP machine gun, looks like a DP-27. This video of the same system shows it also being used on a firing range against ground targets. From the video we can also see that there is more than one of these platforms, what leads me to the conclusion that they actually plan to use it and are already beyond just testing the concept. Still questionable how effective this actually will be for real. Perhaps soon we will see one of these shooting down a Russian drone under real conditions, then we will know more. This video appears to show a Swedish donated CV90 IFV being destroyed in Ukraine. The CV90 is being tracked by a drone and gets struck by what is looking like an artillery shell. However, I cannot confirm the exact weapon system used for sure. The vehicle looks like it was about to hide and conceal itself in a small wooded area when it got hit. From the shape of the vehicle, I think it is safe to say that this actually was a CV90, but the video has some cuts, and I am unsure if it really got destroyed or just damaged and abandoned afterwards. The vehicle seems to have started burning, but besides that there is no other visual confirmation, and I saw no pictures of it afterwards confirming the destruction. It is reported that this took place in the area around Luhansk. It is unclear why the vehicle operated alone. If true, then this clip marks the first ever recorded CV90 loss in Ukraine. Russia also released footage of a French-donated AMX-10 being taken out on the Zaporizja front. Here it is also not clear what exactly hit the vehicle. The video only shows a pair of AMX-10 being tracked by a drone when the lead vehicle suddenly engulfed in flames and the other one started to pull back. This was released a few days ago, but I believe the video is actually way older than this. Initially, Ukraine used these vehicles to spearhead their assaults in the south, but later said it sadly is not suited well for this task due to its thin armor. Still, they describe it as sniper rifle on fast wheels. The problem is that the AMX-10 was designed as a fast reconnaissance vehicle without the omnipresent danger of spotting by drones in mind. The last video for today shows Ukrainian troops unleashing a captured TOS-1 rocket launcher on Russian positions. This system can be seen as the ultimate nemesis for entrenched positions due to its thermobaric warheads. It is not only extremely good in engaging fortified positions, it was specially designed for it. Its only downside is its relative short range of only 6 to 10 kilometers and its accuracy. That's it for this video. If you watched till now, I want to thank you for your awesomeness. Make sure to like, comment, share and subscribe to help this channel keeping up with the mainstream media. Also make sure to hit the bell and enable all notifications. I will link my last Ukraine war update video here in case you missed it. If you like what I do and want to support me further, you can do so by buying me a simple coffee to help me through the many all-nighters I have while creating these videos. Thank you very much.